Hey, what's up guys, it's Apollo Uchiha here and welcome back to my channel. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Konoha Reacted to Naruto being the 5th Hokage. And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story. Now before continuing this, shout out is due where it is due. Shout out to Spidey X Arco for suggesting this idea. Now yeah, this might be a weird idea, so heads up. But yeah, it is his idea, so you can't blame me. I couldn't make any other idea, and yeah, I'm kind of stuck at like a writer's block kind of thing where I can't even think of a story after getting the idea. So yeah, this was supposed to be a short movie, but here's the story. I hope you guys enjoy. Anyways, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to both of my channels, and without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins in Konoha Gakure no Sato, after the third Great Shinobi War ended, as we go towards the said village Hokage office, where we see an old Hiruzen Sarutobi smiling pridefully alongside the elders and Danzo, who was a bittersweet, standing there and congratulating the new Hokage. Minato Namikaze, the Yellow Flash, aka the hero of the village, who saved it from destruction from the Iwa forces at the third Great Shinobi War. Alongside him was standing his wife, Kushina Uzumaki, as he has just officially became the Hokage. As now we see, in a bright light, all of them disappeared and appeared in a room in which couches were placed in a manner that they were facing a black screen that was placed in the center of the room. What is this place? Why are we brought here? Whoever did brought us here wants something from us. That will be correct. There will be a few more people that will be joining us soon. So I would suggest that you will sit and relax yourself down, because you will see a figure that will be important to your future soon. A figure that is going to be born. As Kushina's eyes widened, as she hugged her stomach, as Minato understood in an instant that the talk was about his child. My son? Naruto? Yes, Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze, the 5th Hokage of the village. As everyone's eyes widened when these words were said, as now we see the other figures appeared in a bright light, as Jiraiya was shocked to see Tsunade and Orochimaru, and so was everyone else. But more than ever, they were shocked to see the first, second, and Madara, Uchiha, and Mito Uzumaki, all of them in their younger states, as all of them were seated there, all together. Wait, how is this possible? It is because I brought you from different aspects of the same timeline. They are from your timeline, they are your people. As after that we see, after they settled, after a greeting and a heartful reunion, they settled down. We can begin, can we not? Yes. As suddenly the screen lit up in a bright light, as in it, front and center, was standing a tall, blonde, tan-skinned, blue-eyed man, wearing a 5th Hokage robe on the back, as the kanjis mentioned, and the Hokage hat as well. As it was quite different. Konoha was not a village anymore. It was as if it was a city, a mega city. As now we see, everyone was shocked to see it, as Naruto was seated on a throne like a king. What is going on? Said Danzo. Is this some sort of a sick joke? We are here to see the future that will be crucial to Konoha, not some fantasy. That is not fantasy, Danzo. That is the reality. You are his subordinate, and his right-hand man. As Danzo saw himself sitting right next to Naruto on the right side, as Naruto was sitting on the throne. As Naruto was his wise man, always suggesting him the wisest of options, and on the other side was Hiruzen Sarutobi, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and the others, the primal generals, and well as important figures in the, life of Naruto. And then there were his parents, who alongside his siblings were present there. As Minato and Kushina were shocked to see their son like this. What has he become? He has become the 5th Hokage, who will go on to become the most ruthless as well as a tyrannical emperor. Emperor? Of what? Of the new establishment after the Shinobi nation's fall to him. Konoha Empire. The empire he built and became the first royal family of it, making you the first royal family. As everyone was shocked. And he did all that after becoming the 5th Hokage? Said Danzo. Yes. As Danzo was impressed. First and the second were also impressed. But most of all people were shocked. Jiraiya then said, "Wait, but I don't understand. How does this involves a prophecy? The prophecy stated that he will save everyone." Yes, it was supposed to state that, but he isn't the child of prophecy. For you see, he's a wild card player here, and he is the one who changed the prophecy and the fate itself. As Jiraiya and everyone else was shocked, as now we see, the voice then said, "I will take you all to the beginning." As that is when, 9 months from now, it was seen that Naruto Uzumaki was born, and at the same time Itachi Uchiha was born, his fire shadow, who he was going to be in the future. As that is when it was seen that Naruto and Itachi were both generational geniuses as they were growing up, not like the other kids who would usually play at their age. They were generational geniuses, and they had their own fields that they specialized in. Itachi was a prodigy who mastered only Uchiha arts, while Naruto was a generational prodigy. Fuinjutsu arts, seals and traps, and not only that, all the weapons that were available in the shinobi world, he was going on to become master them. That is impressive feat for a 3-year-old. Just how much of a prodigy is he really? As Naruto and Itachi test out their might because of their rivalry and friendship, went all out, requesting the Anbus, and the Anbu had commanded Dragon to fight them. As the test went on with 1v1, as both of them failed, but in the end the Anbus were quite impressed because they gave them the run for their money. And coming that from a 3-year-old and facing against an elite Anbu squadron was something that nobody would think. That is impressive, I must say, said Danzo, as the others nodded, as Minato was shocked that his son was able to do such a thing. As that is when they witnessed that Naruto and Itachi were placed on as a team against the whole Anbu squadron by the Dragon Commander Anbu. Naruto and Itachi, because of their willingness to work together, became the unstoppable force, and in the end, within just 1 hour, the whole Anbu forces were either trapped or placed in such a position that they had to surrender, shocking the whole council that were witnessing that live event as well as those who were reacting to it. How is this possible? The whole Anbu squadron of our village, alongside the dragon himself, conquered by 2 mere 3-year-old kids. That is something quite shocking. And you want to know the funny part? This took only 1 year of training for them to master. As all of them were shocked, as Madara then said, these kids, they would become, no doubt, the best of the best in the whole elemental nation. Heck, even more so than us, Ashirama. That you might be right on, Madara. That I can agree on. How is this possible? Said Tobirama. Forgive me for saying this, but I'm bamboozled that how 2 3-year-olds would be able to do this. As I said, they're born geniuses. They lack the strength to fight head-on, so they had to set up the traps, the layouts, as well as the seals, using those techniques that were looked down upon, and using them to the best of their potential as they could. Now that is something very wise, said Hiruzen, as he was stroking his beard, as he looked old. I gotta admit, the kid is really something. Both of them are. As that is when we see time begin to pass by as Naruto and Itachi became close and became really good friends, maybe best of friends. But there was something odd about the two. They were being fangirled by the whole village this time around, because not only did they beat the Anbus and it became popular, but also the girls at their age group. As they reached in the academy years, they had their siblings. Itachi had his first, twins, one being Michiko Uchiha, the middle child, and Sasuke being the youngest. Both of them were twins, as for some reason Michiko would cry and would not stop crying whenever anyone would try to hold her or try to calm her down, even her own parents. But whenever, for whatever reason, Naruto would hold her, which much to Itachi's jealousy, Michiko would be silent and even would start to giggle, as Naruto was confused by this turns of event. But he shrugged it and, well, after calming her down and making sure that she was asleep, then left. And soon the 9th of October approached, but this time things were serious. His mother, Seal, was weakening because of her deteriorating health, because of on one side being the Jinchuriki and on the other side being an active Konoichi had taken a toll on her while being pregnant. Kushina, You need to take care of your health, says Tsunade, as Mito also stood up. I won't allow you to work any harder, and if any one of you makes her work hard and push herself, that would be the last thing that you would wish you would have made me realized and made me pissed at about. As everyone flinched, knowing that Mito Uzumaki was known as someone who was rivaling Madara and Hashirama, and was the only woman in the history of the whole elemental nation to even stop their battle, interfering with her own fist and settling them down like toddlers. Yes. Good. And you, young man, you better take care of your wife, or I must just rise from dead and take you down. Yes, ma'am. I understand. Good. Now, can we continue? Yes. As now we see, October 9th, a masked person attacked after the children were born. Thankfully enough, Naruto has placed seals there, causing the man to escape, but not before taking his mother as a hostage. Naruto was given the responsibility to take care of his siblings. As Naruto arrived to the safe house using the Harishin technique, he is able to use the Harishin without the use of any projectile. Minato, your son is a genius. Harishin technique, huh? Who knew the technique that I just invented would go so far ahead? And he is using without any projectile. Minato here, sensei, has surpassed you in that technique. He uses projectile still, but he has become known as the Yellow Flash of Konoha. I see. You have made a good choice in choosing the Hokage. I'm sorry to say, Danzo, but I agree with his, choice. I see, sensei. There's something that I lack, that I haven't gained your approval of. It's not that, Danzo. Anyways, we should continue, said Tobirama, as now we see. But Naruto knew that something needed to be done, as his father and mother were trying their best to hold on to Biju. As Naruto appeared and began to draw the hand seals. Father, what hand seal are you going to use? The Hakefuin. Enough! Allow me to do this, said Naruto, as Naruto made a few hand seals and summoned none other than Yami herself, as everyone else was shocked. I knew it would work. Wait! Hold on for a moment, said Tobirama, standing up, as Mito and Kushina also stood up. He summoned Yami instead of Shinigami? How does that work? How did he... That seal doesn't even exist, said Mito. He made the seal on the spot. He knew Shinigami would have consequences of the deal taking the soul, so he summoned Yami. It was a first try, but it was succeeded. Either this kid is very lucky, or he's just a genius who invented things on the go and in such stressful situations. As that is when the video continued to show that Yami, who was summoned, then asked for the question, why she was summoned there. As Naruto told her that he needs her to seal the Biju, splitting it into two within both of his siblings, Menma and Mito. Mito being the older one and Menma being the youngest one. As after that, Shinigami cursed Naruto because instead of taking the soul, Shinigami places a curse on the summoner, as Naruto found out that he will be having a yandere in his life. At the time, Naruto didn't understood, but Naruto agreed to this. Oh no, said Kushina as she stood up. I can't believe it. A yandere of all the people. You know about this? I read some novels in my time, Jiraiya. Oh, so you do know. Wait, I don't understand. What is a yandere? Can you explain, Jiraiya, since you're the only one who knows such a thing, or term? Yandere is a woman who is obsessed with you to the point that either she will kill for you or kill you because you won't recuperate her feelings. That is why I fear such a curse. Oh. As that is when Yami herself revealed in a hushed tone, there will be two. You poor bastard. As after that, Yami disappeared, leaving Naruto a little bit confused. As for his parents, especially his mother, she was scared. Not gonna lie, dealing with one of that kind of woman seems quite troublesome, as Naruto would say. But two, this boy has stepped into a hot water. As everyone looked at Hashirama. What? I was just telling the truth. He's the successor. Remember? As much as I hate to say this, said Danzo, I kind of agree with them. Naruto really has stepped into a hot boiling pot of water all by himself. I should have used the Hokage Fuyin. No, you shouldn't have. Naruto just made sure you didn't. As after that we see time begin to pass by as Naruto begin to grow up alongside with Itachi. As soon as they reach at the age of 13 when they were in academy, their siblings begin to grow up as well as they reach at the age of 6 and soon were about to be starting their own academy. As Naruto, after passing his Genin exams, because of the law of the village stated that they had to pass the exams even though they beat the Yonwas at the age of 3 to become a shinobi. Well, Naruto returned home with the headband after conducting the test and acing it. As soon as he stepped inside, a rush of a blur passed by everyone and slammed itself into Naruto. Welcome back, Nissan. Ah, Mito-chan, I'm back. As Mito began to smell on Naruto. Why do you smell of that skank from the Uchiha clan? You can't say these things like about Michiko. Isn't she your friend? She was, before she mentioned her thoughts about you. You should stay away from that clan that has a pompous ass attitude and thinks they are the elites of the village. What does this kid have against my clan? Said Madara, who was getting enraged. As that is when it hit her, as he began to laugh. I see. The poor bastard. He doesn't even realize it's his own sister that has been a place of a curse, isn't she? As everyone realized this. As for some reason, Kushina and Mito were quite calm, but the others were shocked. Kushina, why are you not shocked about this? Well, at least we will have pure Uzumaki kids in the future. That's great. But what do you mean that pure Uzumaki kids? It's quite common in clans to have intermarriages, or have you forgotten? The pure of the pure, to make sure that the pure form of bloodline and the dojutsu or such things remain. There is an incestual marriage. Aren't you okay with that? Yes, it is the law. I'm afraid to say this, you have just become the Hokage. You don't know the laws in between, Minato. It is the law of Konoha as well, just like the other elemental nation villages. As Minato was shocked and bamboozled. Is this the truth? He looked towards Madara, who nodded. I see. There's a lot of things I need to learn, huh? Yeah, kid. Plus, this sort of a plotline will be goldmine if I write this into a novel, as there were a few kunais thrown his way. One from being Tsunade, one from being Kushina, and one from being Mito. You wouldn't dare. Yes, ma'am, said Jiraiya, who was shivering mess now, because Tsunade was one woman that he feared, but now added his grandmother and an enraged future mother to a blend? Yeah, no, he didn't want the 3 Uzumaki's woman, 2 pure-blooded Uzumaki's woman on his ass. He was good. As they continued to witness that Naruto helped out his siblings the best he could, alongside his parents, but all of that changed because of a few incidents. Kumo thought, or some of the shinobis who were working for Council, thought that it would be best in their interest that they could get away with this if they attacked Konoha and steal some of the girls for breeding purposes. Once Naruto found out about this, that Michiko Uchiha, Mito Uzumaki, and Hinata Yuga, and a few others were kidnapped, he went berserk. Later that night, all people were found in a tied-up place where they were bleeding badly and asking for help, even admitting that they were the ones committed the crime and they would pay for anything except get him away from this monster. As on the other side, Naruto was seen sharpening a wooden stake that he was warming up on the fire that he has placed, as his father approached him carefully. Naruto, what are you doing? Punishing them for what they have done. They laid a hand on my sister and the others. They need to pay. Oh, I'm not alone, by the way. Isn't that right, Itachi? As from up on the tree, hunched down was Itachi, whose eyes were glaring red, like some sort of demon watching its prey from the shadows. As he jumped down. Greetings, Hokage-sama. Me and Naruto were cleaning out the trash. You don't need to worry about anything. At all. As that is when the adults who were watching this were shocked. I must admit, Itachi and Naruto's dynamics and how they think and work suits them the best, even more so than us. Isn't that right, Hashirama? Yeah, it's kind of scary, I must admit that. They are the perfect for the future of Konoha. Even I agree, said Tobirama. Nasiruzen agreed to that. Danzo, for whatever reason, was scared. If these kids are such strong at such age, mere 13-year-old kids, think about it. The future that we witnessed in that image? That will be achieved in less than a few years then. That will be correct, said the voice. That is why I brought you here, to witness. As after that time began to pass by, as Kumo had to pay remuneration and the council members were found out and were executed, or accidentally killed while traveling. At least Naruto and Itachi made them look like they were accidental and didn't get caught. As after that we see Naruto was working in the ranks to become the top tier shinobi. As now we see Naruto soon after that, within few months, reached Chunin and then Jonin rank, and then advanced up to the Anbu, and was now within 2 years reaching at the Anbu Dragon Commander level. And on the other side, a new organization has started, a new Anbu sector that Naruto and Itachi formed. Itachi was the commander of it. The Dark Forces. Dark Forces? What kind of fraction is that? They didn't even take orders from the Hokage. They, if see any threat lingering towards their village or any of its members, would wipe them out. And in that year that the force was active, within just a few months, within 1 year, each and every enemy spy from within and outside of the village vicinity was cleared out, all the way up to the land of fire. As Konoha had just secured itself from all the pest from within and from the outside, and made itself the most securest place in the whole planet because of this dark force. As now we see, these Anbus wore all dark armor and dark face masks, as Naruto was seated there, wearing a half dark and half white mask, indicating that he was the commander of both, and Itachi was his general for both as well. Naruto. What is it, Itachi? There is an organization rising from the spy network. I have gathered some intel. They are forming together, made up by the S-rank criminals from each and every one of the villages. Even including Konoha. Orochimaru is with them. Orochimaru, huh? I see. So what should we do? What should we do? Tell me, Itachi. I'm sorry, what do you mean by that, Naruto? Our main goal of creating this task force was to make sure and ensure that nothing happens to Konoha. But seeing that Orochimaru is with them, I can sense that you are sensing that Orochimaru might try something. Yes, he might. We will wait and let him strike first. What? Naruto! Trust me, my friend. In this way, it will make things easier for us once we begin with our next step of this plan. Next step? What are you talking about? As Naruto then brought him into a room where he laid out a plan and informed everything to his friend. Before this, I explained everything to you. I want to know that you will be by my side. No matter what happens. Always, said Itachi. I knew I could trust you, Itachi. Well, I have only one goal. To become the Hokage of this village, and after doing so, overthrow the daimyo. Because he is too much controlling of this village and is blocking off our potential. Because he is afraid. Afraid that if Konoha becomes too strong, we might rebel against him. But unfortunately for him, he doesn't know that Konoha has us, who sees the vision in the future. And for that to happen, I have brought in a little bit of help. As that is when Danzo was brought inside. Danzo? Why him? As Naruto then said, he has the same ambition. That is why he created the root to do the dirty work of Konoha. But over the course of years, he has grown bitter as well, seeing that no matter how much they clean up, the mess just gets more and more thanks to Daimyo and his suppression over Konoha. Isn't that right, Danzo? That it is correct. But I still don't understand one thing, Naruto. You becoming the Hokage, how will things change? Oh, it will. But first thing first, I have to convince my father to step down. And for that to happen, we need to orchestrate something. Lure Orochimaru in. You can't be serious. I have to. This is a necessary evil that is needed to be performed. And that is why I am giving you orders, Danzo, to open up a path, a hidden tunnel that nobody is aware of, quote unquote, and lead Orochimaru in. Alright? Consider it done. As after that, everyone was shocked after hearing this. How could he do that? He's allowing himself open, widely, willingly, so that the enemy would come in and attack and make it look like the enemy's fault. To be honest, I must admit, that is quite an ingenious plan, said Tobirama. The daimyo has been quite scared of us, especially of Nissan. That is why he started wars left and right. And look what it caught us. We're still stuck in the first phase. Maybe I guess I understand why Madara betrayed us, because he saw the cycle very early on. But I still don't understand. Why would my son do this? Said Minato. Everything will be explained. Just continue to see. As that is when they witnessed that Naruto and Itachi waited as Danzo continued to gain trust of Orochimaru and lure him in. All the meanwhile, on the other side, Mito, Michiko, and the others reached at the age of 13 and became Genins. And this was their first Chunin exams as well. A perfect opportunity has arrived, Naruto. Was informed Naruto by Itachi, who at the time was 17. Only 3 years older than his siblings. Alright? Then let us begin with our second phase. I have called Danzo and informed him. As within the Chunin exams, Orochimaru approached or tried to approach the kids, but Naruto made sure they had seals that would repress the curse mark even if they got bitten. And in the end, Orochimaru, at the final stage of the exams, unleashed the Konoha crush, which led for Naruto and his forces to rise, and after that, suppress the attack, and killing Orochimaru in the process. My oh my. I'm the one who gets killed first by him, huh? Yes. And you wanna know what he said to you in his last words? Why not? You know, Orochimaru, if you vow to change and work for me, there might be something that I might be able to give you and help you out. What would that be? A family. Something that you always craved and wanted. How do you know? What more than can a man like you, who is lonely, afraid to die alone, want? You had a perfect family with Anko, but that wasn't what you wanted. You wanted your own biological children. Isn't that right? Just finish me. You know too much. With pleasure. As after that, Naruto stabbed him with the poison dripping blade, killing him instantly. As after the death of Orochimaru, everyone was shocked. Is this what you really wanted and why betrayed the village? Laugh all you want. I know the reason is petty, but Sensei wouldn't have allowed that to happen. And the others as well. You know very well that I would be more than happy if you had a family. Yeah, you can say whatever you want, old man. It's already too late. It is not. In fact, that is why I brought you here, said the voice again. Now we shall continue. As after that, Naruto made Danzo act on against his father, as the council rallied behind Danzo, and Minato, with no confidence vote thanks to Daimyo, was forced to step out as the Hokage, as Naruto was made into the next best option as the Hokage. And after being the fifth Hokage, Naruto, Danzo, and Itachi working closely began to change a lot of things. The council was changed, and once more the cleansing process began, as spies within the clans as well as the roots for Daimyo and the others were cleaned out. And after that, one by one, dissection of the Land of Fire began. And soon within 2 years of being in his regime, Naruto paid off the debt that was owed to the daimyo and became free. The first ever village to become free. But that was not all. The daimyo wanted to suppress Naruto like the others, but he couldn't now, because legally he couldn't. There was no debt. The Konoha village didn't need any sort of pity or money from the daimyo. He was useless. As Naruto said so in his face, enraging him and causing him to start a war, something that Naruto wanted. He knew and trusted his forces enough that they would be able to defeat him, and plus, there were some people who were fed up with the daimyo, so the Land of Fire turned on the family of the daimyo and betrayed them. Naruto forced them to do so, because of the propaganda that he was spreading, and beating them in a warfare a political one. As everyone was left shocked and bamboozled with this. This kid, he's too cunning for his own good, said Madara with a smirk on his face. Have you ever imagined such a thing, Hashirama? A kid, of all the people, paying off the debt, and not only that, beating Daimyo is in his own game. That is impressive and terrifying. As others agreed to that, as Minato and Kushina were shocked to witness their son causing such chaos for his own goals. As things went on ahead, they witnessed that Naruto, within 2 years, was able to claim his hold over the Land of Fire and established Konoha City. And soon, he began to move out. After seeing that the other villages tried to do the same thing, weakening their daimyos and their lands, Naruto, as the new Konoha City's leader and king, raised war against them. And after the war started, because of their cockiness, the other lands lost because their villages were not protecting them. And soon Naruto established Konoha Empire because of his spreadful land. The other villages, who were now minor villages in front of him, since the minor villages were consumed by Konoha Empire, were getting scared. As now we go to the throne room, where we see Naruto at the age of 18, while his siblings, who were 16 at the time, alongside with the others at their age, who were also great shinobis and kunoichis, were seated there. As his parents then said, "Is this necessary, Naruto? They're the ones starting the war, father. I have to finish it. We have built a kingdom. It's not just about a village anymore. It's about to show them that if they mess with us, they mess with all of us, and we all will come after them. And we come for the jugular, straight." As Minato nodded, "You don't need to worry about anything, father, mother. Just relax and enjoy the garden here. Let me handle everything." As now we see Naruto arrive into his office, where from the shadows walked out Danzo as well as Itachi. "Naruto, it's as you said. Everything is working according to plan," said Danzo. "So, wise man, what do you say we should do? We wait or we cause a war?" "I think we should wait. They are formulating an alliance of a sort, from what my sources have told us." "This is perfect," said Itachi. "They will all rally behind one another and attack us, and then we will attack them. And once their Kages are captured, we will give them the ultimatum. The people. Instead of their Kages' lives, all of them will be spared if they join us and form the empire. And once that happens, the true form of peace will be established. Danzo will watch over the left side of the territory. You will watch over the center part of the territory. I will be at the front and center." Alright. Wait, so he's just splitting the whole kingdom into 3 fractions? "Fractions are needed, Minato," said Danzo as he stood up. "Think about it. Such a big territory cannot be maintained alone. Naruto sees that, and he trusts us as his biggest allies, and sees that we are the ones who can control it. And the territories that he has given us have their own difficulties. We must need a successor soon as well." Whoa, calm down there," said Homura and Koharu. "You're not even involved in this yet. But I will be sooner than later. I see it now, the vision that he has. This child will truly bring peace forward, Jiraiya. Think about it. He's only killing off the arrogant people, but he himself has become arrogant. To kill the enemy who is stronger than you, you must first become strong and think like them, much smarter than them. That is how he has defeated them. Think about it. How is he able to do that after becoming a 5th Hokage in such a short span of time? Starting from a village and spreading out his empire, capturing the lands of all the elemental nations first, and then going after villages. That is terrifying thought. Indeed. We will make sure our child changes. No, said Jiraiya. What do you mean, Sensei? If the peace has to come at this price, then it is okay. Please continue to watch. As after that, they witnessed that Naruto and Itachi and Danzo then brought out the next topic. Moving on from that, Naruto, what are we gonna do about the Akatsuki problem? They are growing in numbers, and they are starting a rebellion against us. Hmm. Let's make an example out of them, and let the people who are forming an alliance as well see what we can do. Itachi, Danzo, both of you, send out your best men. Consider it done. And soon after that, the hunt for the Akatsuki began, the rebellion force that was rising against the Empire, and they were wiped out clean, because their master's true intentions were revealed, and they were wiped off. As Naruto was brought face to face with none other than the plant-based creature known as Zetsu himself, who began to yell and curse and say that he was a mistake in the history that he wrote, that he can erase and start over again. But unfortunately for him, Naruto made sure that the history is set in stone and cannot be rewritten. He is the only one who from here on will write down in the pages of history, and executed him. As after that, we see the three of them counseled one another and then went on to destroy the other nations and capture their people. By destroying, I mean systematically, politically, making their Kages lose confidence in their people, and then their Kages were arrested on baseless scams that they were permitting, and then killed in front of the people, giving them the ultimatum to join, which they rushed to join instead. In the end, Naruto, Danzo, and Itachi won in their sinister scheme and plan, as Naruto sat on his throne, while on the other side an Uchiha symbol rose as the first mark of a territory, and its lord, as Lord Itachi Uchiha, rose as well. Lord Itachi Uchiha, a nice name indeed, said Madara. And a land ruled by Uchihas? Something we could only dream of. As on the other side, Danzo was also ruling over a piece of land, with his root symbol displayed with proud, and the center part was the Uzumaki symbol displayed with the lion symbol, as it indicated that it was the symbol of Naruto and his new empire, the empire of Konoha. As Naruto was seated in the royal palace with his family, contemplating on the next biggest issue that he had to resolve on his own, because Itachi has stepped out as well as Danzo on this one. This is such a big headache. What should I do, father? You're on your own on this one, son. As the Uchiha princess Michiko Uchiha was there, and she demanded Naruto to marry to her after becoming an legal adult, and on the other side his sister was demanding the same, while the council was demanding that the king marries both since they needed heirs, a pure one and the ones that could rule over the territories. As Danzo agreed to this and offered Hinata Yuga from his side of the territory, because he also needed an heir that he could train. As Naruto was left in a predicament, because he vowed that he would marry only for love. But that is when he remembered his deal with the Yami. Curse that deal. Anyways, Naruto agreed in the end and had kids with the three of them, as the future generation will only belong to Naruto, as Danzo realized and smirked. Clever kid. What do you mean by that, Danzo? You got what you wanted? No. He made us look like this so that in the future his own children will be the ones ruling over all part of the whole empire, because he was the one who had this plan. Because Itachi, he, even if have children, they would have to compete with Michiko's and Sasuke's, while on the other side, I have no family, and my side offered Hinata after counseling, and Hinata will marry to Naruto and have kids, making his kid the ruler of my side of territory as well in the future, whom I will teach, and teach everything. As after they understood what was going on, they all laughed. As after that, they were shocked, but in the end impressed by how Naruto not only brought peace, but as well as proud to his family, and to his clan, and to his village, who turned into an empire in the future. Here's to the future empire, and to our future king, said Hiruzen as he rolls a toast, as everyone enjoyed, and with a flash, all of them disappeared. As this is where I'm going to be leaving this story of, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. As this is it for the day, and this is Apollo Uchiha, and I'm signing off for the day. Peace.